Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Token channel. This is the second video in the how-to series for the Maximus team and Perpetuals launch. This is running for 21 days and of course we're still on day one. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you're new, this is for beginners. So how to buy Hex and mint the Perpetuals based trio, Lucky and Deci for beginners. So let's go. Here we are on the website maximusdow.com, and of course we're going to click up to the top here of the Perpetuals and click on that. It's going to give us some cool, funky things about the Perpetuals. Earn more Hex and save on fees by joining the Maximus Perpetual Hex staking pool. We can obviously pick a pool straight away, but we can have a look at the website. Maximum yield, gas savings, and instant liquidity are some of the perks there. So it's going to be pretty cool. And of course, we're going to choose a pool. And let's get into that in a second. But staking as a group unlocks a larger, bigger, pays better Hex staking bonuses for participants, allowing them to earn more yield than staking solo, which is very important. Gas fee savings, of course, thousands of stakes consolidated into just one transaction, reduces the gas cost per user by over 99.9%, which is very important, especially in the future because of the ETH fees potentially being very high, which benefits individual stakers in the whole Hex economy. And of course, all that can go into pushing the price up, right? Instant liquidity, pooled tokens are liquid tokens, meaning you can grow your position in the stake by buying more or lock in gains by selling on decentralized exchange, which is pretty important. So perpetual pools are Hex stakes of different lengths. Join a pool by pledging your Hex to the pool and minting your pool tokens. The tokens represent ownership in the stake and are redeemable for the Hex principal and yield when the stake ends until the next scheduled stake begins. Now, the base is 1 year, the trio is 3 years, and the lucky is 7 years, and the Deci is 10 years. They all require Hex to mint them. They are the ownership tokens. When you put your Hex in, you don't lose your Hex. These are the ownership tokens. They represent your ownership of the Hex in a particular stake. At the end of 21 days, all the Hex that's put in here by all the people around the world will end up being staked for the relevant period. Base for 1 year, trio for 3 years, lucky for 7 years, Deci for 10 years. At the end of that period, there'll be a 7-day mint and redemption phase, obviously, and people can then decide to restake and grow their staking portfolio. Now, you obviously can go into all of these like a staking ladder. You'll have Hex staked over these different periods. And of course, you can also consider having the team token, which does get 50% of the bigger pays better bonus from these stakes, as well as all the hedge-on. So you'll be able to participate in the full ecosystem by getting team as well if you decide to go into these. Now, with the team, of course, you don't keep the maxi that's in there. You do enjoy some of the rewards from staking from the maxi that goes in there, 30% pool, reward pool, but of course, this is different. That's a DAO token. Let's get onto it. How they work, of course, this is the process: mint, earn, and reload. Step one, when the Perpetuals launch, mint 1 pool token per one Hex contributed to whichever pool you choose to join. After the 21-day mint phase ends, all the Hex in each pool is staked for a different designated length. Earn, of course, every day during the staking pools. Each pool earns 20 staker rewards, increasing the amount of Hex redeemable per pool token. Pool token holders may simply hold their pool tokens, trade their coins on the market, or pursue other opportunities such as being a liquidity provider, and then finally reload when each stake ends. There's a 7-day reload phase where Hex can be redeemed by burning the pool token through the contract, or new Hex can be contributed to the pool. And then the next stake starts and the cycle repeats forever, which is very powerful. Gets a lot of Hex off the market. Now, obviously, this is the way to do it. You get Hex and then mint 1-to-1 base, trio, lucky, Deci, and so forth. So pretty cool. There are some frequently asked questions, and so you can check those out yourself. I'll leave the links to the video to this website in the video description. You can click on pick a pool at the bottom or pick a pool at the top to participate. So we're going to click on there. That's going to bring up the DApp, and of course we can choose which one. Now you can choose any of these. You can repeat the process. We're just going to click the base token, which is the 1 year. It's going to open up a DApp for the base. There's a DApp for each and every one of them. We're going to click connect, and of course click agree to the DApp on there. And of course, let's wait for it to render. So it's connecting our wallets. So I'm using a MetaMask wallet here. We're going to expand this. Now you can see we've got a couple of features over here on the menu: mint, redeem, and a dashboard. Now, obviously, mint there, we can mint today. Redeem, if we decide to back out over the next 21 days, we have 21 days to do it. After that, the Hex will be staked and you will not have that option to redeem. There's a dashboard as well, which is very important. And of course, if you click on the dashboard, this will give you all the details, I believe, of this particular stake. So here it will tell you how much is in there at the moment. So 6.2 million base tokens in there at the moment. So that's 6.2 million hex. Remember, it's a one hex or one base. It's pretty amazing. It's got the start date, the current day, and the mint phase end day. It's going to have, so you have to be staked before that. Treasury hex in there at the moment. This is obviously going to accrue yield as when it's staked on day 1028. It will start showing the hex. Got the start date, the end date, all that good stuff in the bottom here as well as the contract address. Very important. Now, there's also a performance dashboard which shows you the relative APYs for that. So you can check that out too. I might actually pull that up. So let me just pull it up so you can see the relative returns for each of those on the team dashboard. I'll leave the link to this also in the chat as well. In the video description, so you can check this out. So we can see at the moment there is a 6.22 million in the base token. Let me just zoom in on that for you. Zoom in on that. So we've got 5.49 million hex or trio tokens. 5.77 million hex has gone into here, or these or lucky tokens, and Deci 12.33 million in Deci, which is a 10-year stake. Now you can see the relative expected APYs here, give you an idea which one you want to go in. Now obviously these will be tradable afterwards. Not everybody is going to, with the Deci ownership tokens, we could see an interesting premium here. So you've got different strategies you might want to make in terms of the returns here. But we can see it's almost just under 30% for Deci expected APY. It is based on 6.3 hex payout per T-share. So over the time, we're expecting that the payout to go up actually. So this might be seen as conservative. So those are the relevant returns. You can think about which ones you want to get in. You can go into all of them. Maybe you just go into Deci and of course maybe trade out afterwards if the premium is high. Go into some of the others. There's all sorts of strategies you might want to do, think about. But in any case, those are the relevant APY estimates. All right, let's get on to it. And of course, we will go back to the mint phase. After all, that's what we're talking about. Now, if you don't have any hex, you need to buy hex. If you don't have a hex in your wallet, like a MetaMask wallet, you need to do that. And of course, you can buy that on a Uniswap. You can click US dollars and the hex contract, and I'll leave the link to that in the video description as well. You can also choose to do that through Matcher, and of course, you can pick up the hex contract in there. I think we might be able to type that in. Yes, it's there. So 1,000 hex at the moment will get you 23,236 hex, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good price at the moment to pick up hex, or you can get that on Uniswap. Once again, I'll leave the links in the video description. You can check the contract addresses yourself on the Etherscan. All right, cool. Let us get back into it. So let's assume that we want to mint, let's say we want to mint 10,000 hex worth of a base. First of all, we're going to have to do is approve the hex spend. In other words, we have to allow the contract to do it. Obviously, there's a way I do have to do this. Pulls up this box to protect your security. In order for the Maximus base contract to mint base with your hex, you must approve an exact amount of hex that the Maximus base contract is allowed to use on your behalf. So just remember that. Click OK, and of course you're going to click approve. And that's going to open up a transaction. That might cost you about 75 cents. So that might cost you that much. Let's just make sure that I've got the wrong page on contract here again. Seems to want to default to my main account. So we're going to have to refresh that so we can get that working. I'm just doing a test here, of course. So I only got a little bit of Ethereum in there. You've probably got lots of Ethereum, so that's good. You need a little bit of ETH for both fees, approve and to mint. So that's the important thing. All right, let's put 10,000 in there. I think we've got the right account now. So 10,000 hex. First, Maximus base needs permission to interact with your 10,000 hex. We're going to approve that, and it's going to cost us a little fee. Let's see, about 75 cents. It's gone up to 97 cents, so expect to have a little fee. You're going to have two little fees. At the moment, the GUI is really low, so it's probably going to be really good for you. We're going to have a look at that on the chain, on the wallet there. You can see approved hex spend is going on the blockchain on Etherscan. Remember, this is all on Etherscan. And don't forget, you will get a copy of all this on Pulse Chain when Pulse Chain launches. Everything on Ethereum is going to get copied over. That includes the Perpetuals, the base trio, Lucky, and Deci, as well as the Team DAO token, and of course Maxley, which is already on the market. So that's processing through. So it's going to cost us a little bit of ETH. You can see I've only got a little bit of demo amount in this wallet. So that is cool. That is done. And now we can go back and, of course, back to the dApp. and we can now mint the 10,000. I'm not going to I've got no hex in here, but if you had bought some hex on Uniswap or on Matcher, you would have hex in your wallet, and it would show up here. You just put in 10,000, click mint, and that's going to click mint. Otherwise, it will give you the error. Now, once you've done that, of course, you can click add base to MetaMask, and that will add to your wallet, and that's going to be fantastic. And that's all you have to do. You will get the base tokens in your wallet, just like you would for all the other perpetuals. You're going to get the trio, lucky, the Deci. They will all open up their own respective dApps, and you just repeat the process, and you'll end up click add at the bottom to the tokens. You'll see them all in your MetaMask, and you'll be able to play with those. So if I have a look through here, you can see just on, I'm just going to switch over to the Pulse chain just so that you can see what I did when I was on Pulse chain in terms of the wallets. So let's have a look at this. We're going to expand the view. And of course, you should see after you've added them all to your wallet, you should see, base, trio, lucky, Deci, all in your wallets, as well as the team token if you've also minted that. So it's pretty neat. All right, cool. At the end of 21-day launch phase, of course, all those, the hex that's gone in there is going to be staked. And of course, you can see that on the reward pool. 21 days to go already. We're kicking off pretty well there. Let's see how far we go. We've also got a lot of team minted already. That's super successful so far. 70.74 million. Amazing. 13.3 million is staked already. Trying to get those rewards. So exciting times. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And if you want to check out the team token how-to video, that's also out as well.